Thank you, Christine and Dawn, for reading. And good morning, everyone, once more. Our sermon title today is Living the Invisible. Living the Invisible. We don't say it loud. We might not even want to admit it. But deep inside, we already know that life can be confusing, life can be uncertain, life can be very heavy. Some of you may be in that season right now. You wonder, is God really working in this? Hello? Are you there? You look at your children, and you look at your bank account, you look at your health, you look at your church. You might think, God, man, I can't see the way forward. But today, the word of the Lord invites us into something powerful. No flashy, not easy, but real. It is faith. Faith is the gift that lets us live. Even when we cannot see it, even when there is no answer, even when the road ahead is foggy, faith keeps us alive. Hebrews 11 invites us to live the invisible. Verse 1. Now, faith is the assurance of the things hoped for. Faith begins with hope. But this is not just any kind of wish. It's not any kind of wishful thinking, any kind of just hope. Or it's not like a naive optimism. Biblical hope is rooted in what God has promised. Hope is a picture of what is to come. It is not drawn by our imagination. It is not drawn by our value. It is not drawn by our relationship. It is drawn by God's word. Sometimes we look around and feel like nothing will be changed. Nothing will be changed. It's gonna be the same old, same old. We feel stuck. But God gives us better vision, a future filled with grace. Imagine yourself looking at your own situations, your own problems, your own issues. Then, if you make a image, a physical image of us looking at our own situation, it will be how would you gesture? What's gonna be your gesture if you imagine you looking at your own situations? To me, it would be this, looking at my situation. If our eyes look downward, then we won't be able to see God's glory. We won't be able to see what God has prepared for us, what God is pouring out upon our lives. Before baby is born, during the pregnancy, they have like a ultrasound and some taking pictures, and they check many things. They check some stuff, test and check. And one of them is the NT scan, neck thickness. By the result of NT scan, the doctors can tell the health condition of the fetus, like a baby before they were born. Before John was born, his NT scan was triple size as normal. So doctor said, oh, he will have Down syndrome. He might be dwarf, very small. He might have, and they warned us, he could die during pregnancy. He might have some severe diseases. Some suggested ending the pregnancy, but we didn't. And they were pretty sure when they say those things to us, because they have data, they have experiences, they've seen cases. And after John was born, doctors tested what he had, what's the medical condition, and they said he has chromosome 12 deletion. Chromosomes, this is one chromosome. The 3 pairs, it makes, one chromosome makes 3 pairs. But chromosome deletion is, one pair is not paired up. So 2 paired and 1 not. That's what chromosome deletion is. So if there is, the doctors figured out chromosome 13, very severe. Chromosome 18, maybe heart disease. But chromosome 14, chromosome 12, chromosome 6, chromosome 47, they don't know. They don't know what that means. But they found chromosome 12. So we went to genetic doctors so many times for their own test and to figure out what that means, what chromosome 12 means. So they said, the genetic doctor said, oh, he might have delays. He's gonna be small. And when John was 3 months old, 3 not years, 3 months old, his physiotherapist told us, oh, he might never be able to lift his head. But do you guys know John? Yeah, he's not gonna be lift his head. But now he's running away, he's swimming, and now our family is in camp right now. You know, there's a Korean association with who have children with uh, developmental delay. We have our first retreat yesterday and today. So I was there yesterday, and they are enjoying their time over there. And after worship, I'm going back to Jackson's Point, and they are there. So they in there they're like so many different, like autism is spectrum, right? There are very different conditions of children out there. So about 20 families are gathered. About 90 people are there. So yeah. So John has some condition, but we always, my wife and I always like thank God that we decided to keep him. So yeah, we had a choice. We had a choice to stop pregnancy and continue, but well, we agreed the life is God given, so it's not us to stop it or not. But if he's dead, like before, during pregnancy, or soon after birth, then that's in God's hand, not ours. So we let God control. So I don't know what's gonna happen in John's life yet, because his developmental delay. So we have no experience. We are learning every day. So when doctors and physiotherapists and physicians, they say like those things, we listened and we prepared. But we also knew that there are things you cannot measure with tests and charts and data. There is more life than what you can see with the microscope. It is life. It is hope. It is faith. Difficult situation. It's a difficult situation. When we experience difficult situation or hopelessness or deep depression, we experience those. What do? How can we see the light again? In us, there is no energy. There is no power. There's no power to change our situation. There is no power to make it better. Here, at the bottom of our life, we come to God. Hebrews 11:1. I'm gonna repeat this again and again. Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for. Now, faith is the certainty of things hoped for. We can be sure about the things we hope in faith. And the conviction of things not seen. So, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, and faith is the conviction of things not seen. I show you a picture. What does it look like? It's a map in a shopping mall, a shopping center. When you go to a shopping mall, there's a map. This map shows which stores are where. I'm a good driver. I'm a good find of the road. I can find the road very well. But when I go into the shopping center, man, I'm lost. I don't know. I don't know which stores where. I don't know which corner I have to turn right or left. I don't know. I run around shopping center and go back to the map. So map is my best friend when I go to shopping center. When you go to shopping center, there's a big star, the red dot or star. That means you are here. It shows where you are at. And when when I go to the shopping mall, I go to the map and I find out where I am at. So a few years ago, it's only the map. It's only a picture of the mall. But nowadays, you can type in the store you want to go to. So I type Nike or Lululemon or the food court or washroom. I can type everything I want to, if they have it. So I put some store and they map it out. They draw the line how we walk, where we go. Without that, I can't do anything. So you check where you're at, you check where you want to go to, and you check the distance and turns where you to make and how long will it take. You measure it. It doesn't say how long, but you know how long, how far. This map is Hebrews 11 verse 1. Faith is the assurance of the things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. For example, Nike store. Nike store is there for sure, but it is not here. Nike store is over there, but it is not here. But if we walk to the store, we will be in the Nike store. You hope to go there, but you're not there yet. You want to have it, but you don't have it yet. But it is promised that you will be able to get there. With the promise of God and with the hope we have in God, where is God leading you? What is the place where God wants you guide to? What is your Nike store? Where do you want to go with the life with God? To get to the store we want, there might be hindrances. Maybe it's too far. Oh man, it's the end of the mall. Maybe it's too complicated. Oh, there are like 6-5 turns. I cannot memorize. Too many distractions. When you go to Nike, there's another like a sportwear store. Adidas, Puma, Reebok, and Asics. So many. Too many distractions. Maybe someone tells you, oh man, you go to Nike? Nah, I wouldn't go there. No, don't go Nike. Or maybe you lose your interest halfway. We change our minds. But if you've experienced God, if you've experienced God's goodness before, if you know the promise of God is real, it is just a matter of walking to the place where God's promise is. step by step. Maybe God has given you a hope, such as a restored marriage, a child's salvation, or healing of your health. But when you think about it, it feels like too far, too overwhelming. Have you heard of fully experience? Fully experience? Fully experiment? Like you put the fully in a 5 centimeter cup and leave it like 1 or 2 days. And you put another one in a 10 centimeter cup and another one 15 centimeter cup and leave it for a day or so. And put the lid on every day. So the fully can only jump 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, like 15 centimeters. If you remove all the lid, they are free. But are they gonna go away? No. The flea in the 5 centimeter cup jumps only 5 centimeter. So whoops, we wanna go, but going down. 10 centimeter, same thing. 15 centimeter, same thing. That's the full experiment. How high is our cup? Are we not limiting ourselves? God is giving us the possibility, but we say, eh. For example, um, there are, I don't know who, but there are people who are making $1 million a year by doing their business. We heard of like so many successful stories. But if I see them and if I want to think, oh, he did it, so why can't I? Can I think like that easily? I find not. I'm like worried about myself for success. Oh, if can I make $1 million a year? Oh, how? Oh, how? I don't even try anything. I'm limiting myself. You know the like great athletes? Great athletes like a who? Like I don't know. I don't watch sports. Like a Michael Jordan, like a classic, like a best basketball player, like a LeBron James. If I want to practice basketball and practice like a 3 hours or 8 hours a day for basketball, I want to be like a next LeBron James. I want to be like a next generation's Michael Jordan. I'm short, anyways. I'm short and fat, but if I trim, but I cannot be tall. But that's the problem. But anyways, if I want to become like Michael Jordan, like a who's a short person in NBA like there's who can dunk? If I train like that, can I play in NBA in like 15 years, 10 years? I don't know. It's not limiting. It's like impossible. But you know what I'm saying? It's we dream it, but we don't even try. We hope, but oh well, no, not gonna happen. Don't you experience that? You know the feeling when you do some project, when you write your essay in school, when you do some work in your workplace, or when you do some like jobs, like a cleaning jobs at home. If you put like a 30 minute, an hour more, you are sure that you will have better quality results. But this is good enough. You stop there. This is what I'm saying. This is how we limit ourselves. We can do better. Of course, there will be time, there will be effort, but it is possible, isn't it? But we stop like yeah, it's like a 75%. I'm satisfied. How many centimeter is our cup for jump? What is the hope God gave you in your heart? What is the hope God gave you in your heart? Do you know how to achieve the mission from God? Maybe it's too overwhelming. Maybe it's faded already because we didn't focus on it. It seems too long. It seems too expensive. It seems too difficult. It seems too complicated. Situations. Look at the situations. We frame ourselves. We limit ourselves. It's not other people's like a critiquing us. It's not other people say to us. Other people say, oh man, you cannot do that. It's not that. It's ourselves doing it. We are limiting ourselves. The faith God gave us is the faith for the reunion with God. Is He here now? Do you in the presence of God all the time? Do you know, have you heard of the term already, not yet? God's kingdom is here already, but not yet. God's kingdom is here. Jesus Christ came to the earth and accomplished. Jesus said, it is finished. He accomplished. His kingdom's come. But it is not yet. Because we are not free from our sinful nature. So this is the hope. This is the ultimate calling from God. This is the ultimate hope from God we have. This is the ultimate future God has promised us. We don't see it. We don't see heaven. We don't even understand what it is. Reunion with God in heaven? Sounds good, but we don't know what it is. But we hope for heaven. Don't you? I do. I hope you do too. God shows us the way, like the shopping center, the map in a shopping center. There is a way to Nike. You go straight, turn, and go straight, and turn, and go. It might be far away, but if you have your faith in the Nike store's working hour, and if you have consistency to walk forward step by step, then you will get there. So what matters is our eyes. Where do we fix our eyes? Like here, situations, or hope we have from God? Let us focus on God. Let us focus on the good shepherd, our good shepherd, Jesus Christ. Verse 3. By faith, we understand that the worlds were prepared by the Word of God. The physical world was prepared, the voice. So that what is seen was made from things that are not visible. Words. Simply speaking, God made the universe by speaking. God brought something out of nothing, out of invisible. If He can do that, if God can do that, God can certainly create a future for us. Even if you cannot see, there is no way forward. Faith is not about just focusing on the ultimate goal. Faith is not about just looking at our situations. Faith is about walking the next step with the guidance of God. Psalm 19:105, it says, Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. The Bible does not say the word of God is a spotlight showing all the way through. It shows all the way like the map, and it shows all the way and what's in the end of the road. It doesn't say it. It is a lamp. A lamp does not show all the way. The lamp gives just enough light for the next step or two. God's ultimate plan is invisible. Heaven is invisible. But we can walk the next step according to the promise of God, according to the hope we have from God. So, what can we do? Is to take one step at a time. What does this step look like? Taking care of your children, going to work with integrity, taking a walk and taking care of your health. That is faith. Be kind and be patient. That's faith. Coming to church and serving. That's faith. What kinds of acts of faith can you do? These like the list I just told you, they don't feel like spectacular. They don't sound like very exciting, special. But every faithful act is a step toward the future God has promised us. There is a saying, a journey of 1,000 miles, begins with a single step. Isn't it? And Jesus walks every one of them, every step, with you, holding your hands and supporting you, encouraging you, cheering you. Every step counts. Faith is not pretending the life is okay. Faith is living today with eyes on the invisible, the hope God has promised. Even if you feel small today, even if you feel insignificant today, even if your path feels uncertain, fix your eyes on Him, not on our situations. Step by step, day by day. That's how we live the invisible. This is the message of the Lord for us today. Our next hymn is 671. I heard the voice of Jesus say, let us come to God